Hey guys, my name's Jogie. Welcome to my setup tour. Starting on the far left of my office, on the floor, we have a little LED light that I use for backlighting against my wall. I usually have this as like a red or yellow that kind of complements the brown color of the walls. And there's also a tripod behind that I use for filming videos and stuff sometimes for my camera. And then on the wall above my monitors, we have another light. This one I have is more natural white light that just shines on the side of my face to give me some good peripheral lighting. Moving on to my actual desk, you guys know I'm a cuber, so I got some Rubik's Cubes in there. Usually I'll pick them up and fidget with them. It's just nice to have some cubes on hand. Then I have an iPad. I pretty much just use this as a sound monitor. Don't really use it much outside of that. Sometimes I'll play mobile games on it. And this brings us to the first monitor, which is a 75 Hertz Acer monitor. And here we have my hand cam, aka Rubik's Cube cam, that I use for my streams. This is just a Logitech C920. I also have a Bose speaker holding it up to kind of give it some elevation on my desk. Then directly behind my keyboard, I have my water cup on a coaster. I just always have this here, keep the water handy. For the keyboard, I have a GK61 with optical yellow switches. And this thing is a beaut. Sliding a little bit more to the right, we have the Glorious XL mouse pad with the Glorious Model D on top. For the mic, I have a PreSonus Revelator condenser microphone with a pop filter and a shock mount that goes onto a boom arm. Connecting directly to the microphone, I have my Sennheiser headphones. And this is because the mic itself has a built-in audio mixer and software. Completing my actual gaming desk, we have the Elgato Stream Deck. Now moving back to the windowsill, front and center we have my main gaming monitor, 165 Hertz AOC monitor. Now right next to this we have a simple USB ring light. Now you'll see directly behind my monitors there's a window, and there's some precariously placed Kleenexes on the window, but I assure you they are there for a reason. I didn't just tape Kleenexes on my windows, I'm not crazy. So I actually use these to kind of patch where the light usually pours through. It looks pretty janky, but it does get the job done, and it costs literally nothing. Now the last monitor I have on the windowsill is the HP Pavilion. Above this we have my camera, which I use for all of my YouTube video recordings as well as all of my stream footage, and this is a Sony a5100, and I have it mounted to a wall with a nice little wall mount. So for the main lighting for my streams, I actually use this floodlight. I've just put some layers of paper on top of it to kind of diffuse the light and give it a more natural look. Continuing around, I have a MacBook Air. This I use for monitoring and modding on my streams. Back behind, I just have some bins with things I use for projects. I love engineering, so I have a lot of like knives, wires, things like that I use for my hobbies. Speaking of hobbies, we move over to my workstation. This is where I do all of my projects. We have a whiteboard that I use for ideas. I'm sure you noticed the giveaway that is advertised here on this whiteboard. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, it is true. I'll be giving away 1,000 V-Bucks for surpassing 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Thank you all so much. It's been one of my goals ever since I started YouTube like 5 years ago, and it would not be possible without you guys. So it's literally the least I can do. We'll be giving away 1,000 V-Bucks to one of you guys. In order to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is be subscribed to the YouTube channel and leave a comment on this video. Doesn't matter what the comment is, just leave a comment. I will be checking to make sure that the winner is subscribed. So if you could check to make sure that your YouTube subscribed channels are visible on your page, that would be helpful. That way I could see immediately if you're subscribed or not. The winner for this giveaway will be announced exactly 1 week after uploading. I'll leave the date in the description so you can see exactly when that is, and I'll be announcing it on the YouTube community page, so you should be able to see it and respond to collect the V-Bucks. Now I'm going to quickly go over the backside. So here we have a GoPro that I use for my drones and my planes when I'm filming. I have a tiny FPV drone. I love doing FPV, so I actually made this FPV drone myself. And finally, wrapping around to directly behind me in my setup, we have the Rubik's Cube shelf. Now this shelf is actually built entirely out of foam. It took a couple iterations before I made a shelf that was actually stable enough to hold the cubes, but here you go. I actually have 31 Rubik's Cubes total, and most of those are showcased right here. This is the backdrop for my streams. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it. Last but not least, if you look up at the ceiling of the office, you'll actually see a green screen. And I haven't used this in my streams at all, but this is really helpful for YouTube. I'm definitely open to experimenting and doing some creative things moving forward. Now, going under the desk, we have a standard foot pedal, and then there's the PC. This is a custom PC that I built. The specs are relatively unimpressive. I'm rocking a Ryzen 3600 as well as a GTX 1060, but only the 3GB GB version. Now right on top of the PC, we have a very basic Xbox controller that I use for my challenge videos. So there you have it. Thinking back to where I started, we've come a long way, and I'm so excited to see what the future has in store for us. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all soon.